This video will explain how you are applying your knowledge from our unit and explaining how it relates to your organism that you will be creating. If you look at the rubric, you are going to be assessed on research, your packet, appearance of the project, presentation, and reflection. So if you're looking for the rubric actually on this Hyperdoc, you're going to scroll down, and in the red explain box, there's going to be a link for it. So I'm actually going to open that link. And like I said, the categories you're going to be assessed on are research. So if you have complete research and it has enough details, you're going to earn full points for that. Your packet, if you have your brainstorming section completed along with feedback and thoughtful revisions, you'll earn full points. The appearance of your organism, so your final product will be assessed. Presentation, so if you present the information clearly and it's well prepared and you have a good understanding of what the assessment is, you'll earn full points. And when you get ready for that, there's actually a link to the rubric for that category in our Hyperdoc. And then finally, your reflection. So if you can discuss kind of the improvements, the extensions that you would like to make for next time, what went well, what didn't went well. And if you can explain that, then you'll earn full points in that category. So I'm going to take you back to the Hyperdoc and I'm going to show you what's going to be the next section you're going to work on after this video. And this is really where you're going to start applying that information to create your own organism and really explain how it relates to some of the ideas we've discussed in class. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this Hyperdoc, on the link on the Hyperdoc, and it's going to bring you to this document. And on this document, you are going to be completing certain parts. So one part is describing your organism. So you're going to come up with a name, tell me the type of organism that it is, describe how it looks, what it eats, where it lives, how it moves. And you want to make sure you're being as detailed as possible in this. The second part is going to be describing the biome that your organism lives in. So if you remember from our research, we learned about different biomes, either being aquatic or terrestrial. So you're going to decide where your organism lives, and you're going to answer a couple questions about that. Part 3 is going to be describing the adaptations. So remember that adaptations can be physical, so parts of an animal, or it could be behavioral, so something that an animal does. And you need to have at least 6 adaptations in all. If you don't have 6, you won't gain the whole points for your organism. So make sure you're including that when you are creating it. And there's going to be certain kinds of questions that you're going to answer to create specific adaptations for your organism. The fourth part is going to be looking at food chains and food webs. So telling me what's the predator of your organism, what's the prey of it. If your organism is a producer or a consumer, and if it's a consumer, telling me what kind it is. And then you're going to be left to create your own food chain to show how your organism survives in its ecosystem. And you want to make sure you're labeling your food chain so anyone can clearly see where your organism lies in that food chain. The last part is the brainstorming section, and this is where you're going to actually sketch and draw out what you want your animal or organism to look like. So you're going to show me the traits and adaptations that you want for your organism to have. And you need to list the materials that you're going to need to use it. You also want to make sure you're labeling the body parts so you know that you're hitting those 6 required adaptations. And then the last part on this is going to be feedback. So asking a peer for constructive feedback. And what I mean by that is feedback that is meaningful, is specific, and can really actually help you do better on this assessment. And I kind of listed it out as a positive and an area of improvement. So you'll get that from one peer, and you'll get that from me. And then you need to list your revisions. So what do you want to do differently next time? So we're at the end of this video. So now that you're done, you're going to be going into your Hyperdoc, accessing this document. You will need to make your own copy and make sure you share it with me, and you can start creating your own organism. If you have any questions about what we discussed or what is discussed in this video, please let me know so I can help you.